Hey guys, and welcome to the Rocky and Derrick Show. If you like our interviews, please visit our website, rockyandderrick.com, and visit our photo and video galleries. Today we're here at Muddy Creek Music Hall with
Bill Heath.
Who does?
I'm the owner and acting operator.
What is this place? Can you explain it to us?
Sure, it's an old mill that was renovated about 15 years ago, and its origins are from the 1800s, around 1880. And it was a source of community back at that time, and it sort of developed that throughout the years that it was an operating mill, and then it closed down, and an architect, a local architect, liked the structure and decided to invest a little bit of money into it and convert it into a place that could be used for something. And so it started out as a retail store, and eventually it became a music hall, this actual space. And so now it's a place where people gather on a regular basis to enjoy music and fellowship.
Why did you decide to buy the place?
Well, I actually haven't decided to buy the place, but we do lease the venue. And we decided to open this because we felt like that even with a lot of music venues around the area, we felt like that we could provide an intimate setting that was a little bit different. And it's paid dividends for us in that regard. We're going on our 4th year now, and we have had several Grammy winners here. We've had several IBMA, which is a Bluegrass Awards winners here, and we've had local up-and-comers and international touring legends.
What is your favorite thing about this place?
It's the enjoyment that people get to come here. It's such an intimate setting that when you have good musicianship on display and people really have a chance to really feel it without something sort of getting in their way. You don't see people sitting in here with their cell phones on, and you don't see people really talking a lot when musicians are performing. But they get something out of that, a connection with the musician that, being a musician myself, I know how that feels to feel like you've made that connection, and so to experience it and to know what it is, to see that happen on a regular basis is something that is special, and I think the listener gets that. I think anybody could come and see a show here and they could walk out of here feeling like they made a connection.
How hard is it to find someone that wants to perform here?
Well, at first it was pretty hard because we didn't really know what caliber of music we wanted to have here, but we've developed a network with touring singer-songwriters and touring bands and musicians that basically come from all around. We have a performer tonight from Australia that found his way here just as we found him a way here. So it's really just about networking and being consistent and rolling the dice and taking chances on performers that you want this place to be full every night. Sometimes it is, and when it's not, we just say, well, we'll figure out a way to get more people in here for the next time we get these people through. So yeah, it's something that's been consistent and been a lot of fun.
You said you're an artist yourself?
Yes.
What do you play?
I play guitar and sing. I've been a musician my whole life, so being that I'm a co-owner of a music venue allows me to have a cool place to practice. And I have an 8-piece band. We're called the Muddy Creek Players, and we play 4 shows a year here. And we bring up special guest vocalists with every show, and we do all kinds of different music, from world music to reggae to blues, soul, pop, rock, jazz. We cover a lot of different genres, and we also bring up the special vocalists to do 4 or 5 songs. This coming March 16th, we have a show with a lady named Sarah Strable. She's a vocalist in Greensboro, North Carolina. She's a really strong, soulful blues and jazz vocalist. We're really excited about that show. And so it gives me an outlet. Not only do I get to witness so many great performers come through here, I get to play on this stage as well. So it's really, it's a labor of love, and it's a fulfilling one at that.
What made you want to do music?
Just being around it my whole life, and seeing how it affects people, and knowing how it affects me. And it's you're going to go through life anyway, so you might as well do something that you like. So it's something that just consumes you, and once you really give yourself to what you're doing, and which we've done here at the music hall, we become consistently known as somewhere where people come here and they know that they're gonna get something that they're gonna take home with them that's gonna be enjoyable. So once I realized that I had the potential to be able to create something like that, then that was all the inspiration I needed to make it happen.
Who is your favorite musician?
Favorite musician? Well, it's really hard for me to determine that. There's so many great musicians out there. I guess as far as composers go, or songwriters, really more of a composer would be Mozart. His music is masterful, but there's so many out there. Like actually the guy that's going to be here tonight, Daniel Champagne. He's just a virtuoso of a guitar player and fantastic singer-songwriter. And I'd say for today, he's my favorite.
Do you write your own songs?
Yeah, I do. I've written songs for about 30 years, and pulling from influences that I like. And yeah, it's a great outlet to convey how you feel, and there's really no rules or regulations to it. Anything goes in songwriting, and I'm fortunate enough to where the band that I play with plays them along with me, so that gives me a lot of just warms my heart to know that they care enough about a song to feel like it's worth playing. So as a songwriter, that means a lot.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
In 10 years, it's funny, I was thinking about that today. 10 years from now, I want to have 9 music venues like this one throughout the Southeast, and basically an extended network of venues that young musicians and old musicians and everyone in between that's serious about wanting to perform can have a place to come and perform, and people can know of that place as a genuine experience that's true to its presentation. So that's 10 years from now, I want to be running them 9 venues and playing music with my friends.
Do you pay money to get musicians to come here, or do they just do it for fun?
Well, we have ticketed events here in this actual venue, and so it depends on the artist, the price of the ticket, but they get a high percentage of the door, and we also take care of them. We try to give them, we make sure they get something to eat, and we make sure we treat them the best we can. And as a musician, I sort of know how that goes, so I think the musicians appreciate that. People are actually paying attention to them beyond just getting up and playing music. So that's sort of the type of scenario we have here. Now we have an open mic next door, and we have music in our cafe that's free, and we encourage people to pay, give them tips for the performers over there. But it's sort of a community that's you can start out at open mics, and maybe you can work your way into playing here and selling this place out, and from here you can go to the next level. So that's sort of what it's based off of.
What instrument would you like to learn how to play?
Clarinet. We have one of our horn players is pretty good at it, and that looks like a lot of fun. How about you?
Saxophone.
Saxophone? Any reason?
My dad was doing a lot of jazz.
Okay. And you?
Probably the drums.
Drums? All right. How come?
Just because they're loud.
They're loud? Okay, well, some people might appreciate that.
So what is your favorite song that you've heard played here?
Ooh, favorite song I've heard played here. Well, I'll tell you the one that was one of the more memorable experiences was we had a adult contemporary program here, and basically many mentally challenged adults, and it was on 4th of July a couple years ago, and they came in and we basically tracked a song. So they didn't actually, it was a pre-recorded song, and they sang along with it. And it was a Lee Greenwood song, Proud to Be an American, and it was on a Saturday afternoon. We probably had 100 people in here, and there wasn't a dry eye in the house when they got done with that song, including mine. And it was one of the more emotional experiences that I've ever seen with music. So, that was a little bit different than what we usually have here, but it was very special.
Do you perform in front of crowds?
Well, hopefully. Yes, that's the whole objective with our band here. We sell tickets for our shows, and we get a good crowd in here. Yeah, and I performed in front of crowds of one and crowds of none. So,
what was your biggest crowd?
Biggest crowd I've ever performed was actually when I was in the U.S. Navy. I was in Toulon, France, and on a pier. The USS Forrestal and the USS Eisenhower was there, and it's thousands of sailors. So I'd say probably 6,000 sailors.
Do you ever get nervous to perform?
I used to, but I've been around it so much now. It's like when I'm on stage, it's not work to me. You know, like everything else is work. You know, like, you know, I mean, as far as what I do here, but like to be on stage is a treat. So yeah, it's it just goes by too fast. That's the only thing I don't like about it.
When did you start your band?
I formed the band when we opened this venue, which was it'll be 4 years ago in June. I knew right away going into this that I would not have time to be able to continue as an active musician on the local scene. I was going to have to be here. And so I created a concept of what I thought would be able to generate a crowd on a regular basis. And it was basically having a diversified group of musicians that could play a variety of music and also have quality original music to play along with the cover music. And we've achieved that goal pretty well, and we're coming up on our 4-year anniversary as well, and we're really excited about that. In June, we'll celebrate 4 years as a band. So yeah, it's really worked out well.
You say you were an acting operator?
Yes, as in, like I'm the one here doing the actual operations. Not like acting.
So is it hard to do that?
Well, it's just, the key to small business, one of the keys to having a successful small business is how you manage your personal time. So it can be easily, you can find yourself being distracted by things. So, it's not really hard. It's just more making sure you stay focused on what you need to do. Because if you don't do it, nobody else is going to do it. So.
How can people get in contact with you?
MuddyCreekCafe.com. You can go to our website. There's a contact button on there. We also have a Facebook page for our location here in Winston-Salem and our location in Sparta, North Carolina. And you can just Facebook search Muddy Creek Sparta. We have a great community of music up there. We don't have a paid music ticketed venue like we do here, but we have music up there 3 times a week. And then here for the Muddy Creek Bethania Facebook page, we have our schedule. And also, if you go on eventbrite.com, you can just search Muddy Creek Cafe and our schedule will come up on there as well.
In your own words, what advice would you give to kids?
In terms of things to do or the future, or exactly, as far as music, play it. Don't create it without actually physically playing it. The electronic realm is nice, but there's a certain interaction that happens when you actually hold an instrument and play it that you can't really achieve through a program.
Well, that's it for today, guys. Be sure to give us a like, subscribe, and comment what's your favorite type of music to listen to. And if you want to become a sponsor, please visit our website, rockandshow.com. Goodbye.